Yo, I'm Judo. Happy Pokemon Day to everyone. Today is the exciting start of Generation 8 for Pokemon, which is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh, this has been a bit of an interesting one in the run up to it. There's been a lot of mixed opinions from people. Yeah, basically they decided that there are too many Pokemon, they don't want to include them all this year. And that has upset so many fans. They've been calling it Dexit, like Brexit, but with the Dex. Um, Getting pretty annoyed and raging about it on the social media. So I think it's a bit unfair because the game's not even out yet. So people should at least wait, try the game. If they don't want to buy the game, then obviously that's one thing. I can see why they'd be posting about that. But for me, I've been trying to avoid all the spoilers online. Seen some of the new Pokemon, but I've been trying to avoid it best I can. So yeah, Sword and Shield. But the most thing about this is check this motherfucking Pokemon Switch. Oh, so hype. This is the limited edition Pokemon Switch Lite that's come out to honor or just make money off of Sword and Shield's release. But I love the look of this. It's got the kind of millennial colour scheme, whatever you want to call it, of the sort of genderless blue and pink on everything. Suits me anyway. I can get this open. Yeah, it's really nice looking. I wanted to get a Switch Lite because I don't really I'm more likely to play it on the bus, when I'm out and about in the coffee shops or whatever, than I am to play it on the TV, since I have a PlayStation 4 and a PC, so this is the new, oh, you can see my webcam, you can see the lovely screensaver as well. But check this, it's got these kind of, let's see if we can see them, these kind of engravings, on the back. You want to call them engravings? Kind of like etched artwork style anyway, for the Shield Pokemon there, and move the other way. See the Sword Pokemon? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's reflects in the light. So if you just kind of turn it a bit, it's going to be like the silver Pokemon. And the front's just the pink and blue buttons. They don't come off on the Switch Lite, and it does have reduced battery life. It also doesn't connect to the TV the way the regular Switch does. But it's smaller, so you can carry it around, basically, and it's cheaper as well, so there's that. So, since I got a kind of bundle, so I also got this, just like a Switch pouch or whatever with it. Just the official Nintendo one. It says Nintendo Switch on it, plain black, kind of resting nodules on the back as well. It's quite nice. I'll need scissors to open that, but you can probably guess it's just got room for the games and stuff inside. And got this, which is a limited edition Pokemon Sword and Shield figure. This came because I ordered the sort of fancy edition version. So we'll open this up and have a look at it. I don't actually know what the evolutions for these look like. So I'm not sure which starter I'm taking right now. I quite like all of them though, honestly. Usually I'm oh, I like two of them, and then I hate the third one, and I'm like, oh, why would anyone ever take that? But this year, I actually think they're all freaking adorable. So I think the opinion on it has been along the same lines as how I'm thinking as well. A lot of people have been obsessed with whichever one of them. So you got Grookey here. He's kind of cute. He's like a monkey, but also like a apple, I guess, like an apple monkey. And you've got Sobble here, who is basically people have got obsessed with Sobble because he's crying all the time, and people just relate to that. And this is Scorbunny. He's kind of be super speedy. I think it's kind of based on the fact that British people love football. Football is absolutely huge here. Everybody plays football. Nobody even bothers that much with any other sport. A wee bit rugby and stuff, but mostly just everyone's obsessed with soccer. So that figure is adorable, and it only comes with this. I'm glad I pre-ordered it kind of early actually, because it did end up selling out on the Nintendo website. So this is obviously the most exciting bit for me, which is the actual game itself. Since Gen 7 Pokemon was a bit of a letdown, like, it's not in a bad way. Like, they wanted to make it more accessible for people that had been playing Pokemon Go. And I can understand that. Like, a lot of folk that have been playing Pokemon Go did end up picking up Pokemon and giving it a try for the first time, maybe getting back into the, you know, the love of basically the whole franchise based on that. But for a hardcore Pokemon fan, it was definitely a step down from the likes of Black and White 2 and Pokemon Generation 6, which were a lot more geared towards hardcore fans, I guess. So I can definitely see why they wanted to make it more accessible. I have some kind of code thing. I don't need to worry about showing you because I need to scratch it off anyway. Not actually sure what this is. Do we get bonus Pokemon? Bundle pack version, download code for Dynamax crystals, sweet. I've got download codes for Dynamax crystals there. And this was a double pack, so I got a copy of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. I'll probably be playing Shield, since that's the kind of more girly one, isn't it? Since they're kind of blue and pink, or yeah. A blue version and a pink one, which is a sword and a shield also, which is kind of intriguing. This is an awesome steel box. It's completely gold, which is kind of weird. Like, I thought it'd be silver to match the DS, or at least blue and pink. But it's got the two different Pokemon on either side. I like the steel books, personally. I think they're really smart. Oh, it's got a nice map of the region, the Galar region inside it as well. This has got space for both your copies. They know that a lot of Pokemon fans will buy both copies, basically. It's very common for people to buy both, so that's probably why they've been selling it as a double pack. But it was the same price to buy them with the extra stuff as it was to... It was cheaper to buy them with the extra stuff than it was to buy them individually anyway. But really excited. I won't open Pokemon Sword just now, but I'll crack open Shield. It's got some nice screenshots on the back actually, including that little Ghost Boy trainer that everyone's been obsessed with. Got some, yeah, some nice screenshots. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him well, but this guy, it's a bit blurry. Maybe I can see him better once I take that out the wrapping. Yeah, people are already like really obsessed with all the characters in Pokemon and it's not even out. And also hate it because it's not got all the Pokemon in it, so we'll see, but I think they'll just add all the Pokemon. They always release like a extra edition along like about 6 months to a year after the games come out. They always release like another like like the way that people have the Game of the Year edition. They always have like a kind of one for Pokemon that's got all like added missions at the end and a longer end story and stuff. I imagine that they would add more Pokemon into that because otherwise they don't really have a sales point for it. Like, most people want the Pokemon. No one really cares about anything else. We only want the new Pokemon. New storylines and stuff's cool, new characters is cool, but at the end of the day, it's the Pokemon themselves that people will put their hands in their pockets for. They've had even really before DLC was even big, they had like DLC Pokemon, like 3 totally overpowered Pokemon that you could get, and that was a way back before anything like that was even popular. So I don't think people should worry too much. I mean, they'll probably add in the Pokemon, and if they don't, the ones that they're going to cut out is going to be the ones that everyone hates anyway. I mean, there's plenty Pokemon that people literally hate. They hate seeing it. They never play it. You know, it is a waste of them time. Them programming stuff like Unfezant. Everyone hates Unfezant. No one's gonna take it. I mean, maybe you'll get the odd person, but see, this is the problem. For Pokemon, it's one of those games where like everybody's got a different favorite, and someone's favorite Pokemon might be Unfezant. You know, maybe they just relate to Unfezant's like absolute boring greyness. Who knows? So it is difficult. Like it comes close to people's heart if they think that that one Pokemon that they love isn't going to be in the game. But considering most people in competitive play the same 50 Pokemon, like it's been pretty much the same 50 Pokemon that have been big year after year after year. It's the same ones. I heard that this game they're going to make it a lot more geared towards competition than ever before. I hope that's true. If they do make every Pokemon competitive, it would be very fun. But I just can't see it happening. At the end of the day, people are going to tier the Pokemon. They're going to say, well, this one's faster, that one's stronger, this one lives more attacks. You can't have all the Pokemon be the same speed, be the same strength, you know? Otherwise it goes against the point of Pokemon. So I still think no matter what they do, people are going to gravitate towards the best abilities, the best items. But people complain like, oh, people take too many of the same Pokemon. But compared to every other esport where people pick characters like fighting games and, you know, Overwatch, League of Legends, whatever, there is so much variety in Pokemon. I mean, you can look at a top cut and every single person's got a completely different team, completely different strategies going on. So I guess the one that we're intrigued about most is Pokemon Home, which is apparently going to let us keep our Pokemon from previous games, because I think if they don't let us keep our Pokemon from previous games, that's going to be really sad for everyone. Really sad, because some people have teams that have like won them tournaments, or, you know, they just really love the team, they've taken it a lot. And one of the major sales points of Pokemon is like, your grinding isn't wasted. You can take your grinding with you into the future, and that's really what makes people come back for more, compared to games like Yokai Watch and stuff like that, like Ni no Kuni, which are great games, but you can't. There's no point to grind to 100% when that's the end of it, and there's no more to it. Pokemon has a absolutely vibrant, bustling PvP scene. Trading is huge as well. There's a lot of real life tournaments. The top prize for Pokemon is 25 grand, something like that. A couple of grand for smaller tournaments. So it'll be quite interesting to see like where they're gonna take it. Also, it looks like we're gonna get a free mystery gift, Meowth, that can Gigantamax. So I guess that's gonna be on everyone's story team. These Switch cartridges are tiny. Like, see if you've got young kids, I would really honestly say just get the download version, because these cartridges are so small and easily lost or broken. So if you're buying it for your children, I would just say download it onto their. You can get a download code and download it straight to the Switch. Obviously, you need memory space for that, but at the same time, it's better than losing it or being stolen by someone. I'm super excited to play this anyway, and I think I'll end the video there and charge up the Switch and get cracking. But lots of love, guys. Hope you enjoyed Pokemon, and you can let me know what you think of Sword and Shield. Lots of love.